St. Patrick and the Snakes. This is the legend of St. Patrick and the Snakes. Long ago, in the green and misty land of Ire, what we now call Ireland, the hills rolled like waves, and the forests whispered ancient secrets. The people of the land followed old ways, worshipping nature and spirits under the teachings and leadership of the Druids. But a change was coming. Into this land stepped a man named Patrick, a holy man from across the sea. He had once been a slave in Ireland, herding sheep in lonely fields, but he had escaped, guided by dreams and the voice of God. Yet now he returned, not with vengeance, but with faith and fire in his heart, ready to spread the message of Christianity. He traveled from village to village, speaking of the Holy Trinity, showing people the shamrock to explain how one God could be three in one. Many were amazed. Some were angered. The Druids watched him with wary eyes, for they knew Patrick was challenging their ancient power. But Patrick was not afraid. One day, as the story goes, Patrick climbed the great mountain that would later be known as Croagh Patrick. He had come to fast and pray for 40 days and 40 nights, asking for strength and guidance. As he prayed on the rocky summit, a terrible silence fell upon the land. Then came a hissing, a sound like wind through grass, but darker, more alive. From every shadow, from cracks in stone and the edges of bogs, serpents slithered forth. Thousands of snakes. They twisted and coiled, fangs glinting, eyes burning like coals. These were not just snakes. These were the embodiments of evil, the spirits of darkness, chaos, and paganism. Furious at the light Patrick had brought, the snakes came for him, but Patrick rose, staff in hand. His robes blew in the stormy wind, and he stood unshaken and firm in his faith. He raised his staff to the sky, calling upon the name of God. By the power of Christ, I banish you from this land. Then the sky rumbled with thunder, and the ground shook. A burst of divine light cascaded down from above, illuminating the mountain. The snakes writhed and shrieked, unable to resist. One by one, they turned and fled, tumbling down the slopes, slithering through forests, across meadows, over cliffs, and finally into the sea. They vanished beneath the waves, never to return. From that day forward, it is said, no snakes ever lived in Ireland. Even now, unlike its neighboring countries, Ireland remains free of these slithering creatures. The people rejoiced, seeing in Patrick not just a man, but a holy protector, chosen by God to cleanse the land. The Druids' power waned, and more hearts turned to the new faith. Patrick continued his mission, walking from county to county, preaching, baptizing, building churches. He had driven out not only the snakes, but the darkness they symbolized, and the light he carried still burns in Irish memory. Each year on March 17th, the world remembers St. Patrick. We wear green, we raise our voices in song and celebration, but behind the parades and shamrocks lies this powerful legend. A man, a mountain, a multitude of snakes, and the unwavering strength of faith. So goes the legend of St. Patrick. The end.